So today we're here with the Pollard family. We're just talking about how things are going now. So can you tell me about just your daily life and just checking in with how things are?
Holden was born with coarctation of aorta when he was born. But we were misdiagnosed at first, so we didn't find out until he was born. And he had a surgery at 7 weeks old, but today he is doing great. We had our yearly cardiology appointment last month, and all is well so far. They don't anticipate any future surgeries. He did have a thoracotomy, so they only fixed 95% of it. So if that 5% were to ever cause a problem, they would have to go in and do open heart. But it's not something that we would see like immediately. It would be something they'd see in a yearly checkup. So therefore, it's not something we're really worried about day in and day out. I'm not super worried about having to see something happen to him or him turn blue or something like that. But there is always that chance that he would need a future surgery if that were to come. They say if it were to happen, it would be towards his teen years.
Okay.
But
so
as of right now,
a bit. Okay.
Yes, and he has his repair fully repaired. His cardiologist, every time we see his cardiologist, talks about how fantastic his repair does and how it was a work of art.
Oh, that's so great.
Yes.
So how often do you have to go to the cardiologist?
We're now on yearly.
Yearly. Okay.
We wear 3 months, 6 months. This was our second time to be yearly, so we'll go next June.
So just kind of checking in, and that's so wonderful. Good.
Great.
So at what point did you feel like things were going to be okay, and that you had your head above water, and you know the rocky start after all the misdiagnosis? And at what point did you feel like, okay, we got this, things are going to be okay?
Probably after he had his surgery, he was pretty much cleared from cardiac after about 2 weeks, but then we spent an additional 3 weeks in the NICU because he was having problems eating. So between that, he also had reflux, he had laryngomalacia, a lot of smaller diagnoses. It was probably about 6 months later when I thought, okay, we're gonna survive this, head above water, everything's gonna be good. And I think also around 6 months is when we finally went to our cardiac appointment, and that's when we found out like his repair was perfect, everything's good, his heart is good. So I'd say about 6 months after. Doing great. He has no idea. He has a 4-year-old brother who actually just recently asked about his scar for the first time. What is that on his, because it's on his back, so what is that? And that's when I explained it to him, but he's too young, he has no idea. I will say that when you start to panic as they get older about their cardiology visits, he hates doctors, so I was praying very hard for that cardiology visit and how is he going to sit for his echo and his EKG. Something happened because we walk in there and he was perfect.
Oh man.
He was so good. So when you stress about that, it's all going to work out, it's all going to be okay. It is scary, but they are in the best of hands.
Yes.
At any hospital, but specifically at TCH. I feel like they are in the best of hands, but
that's so great.
you just need a good support team. You're good.
Great. Well, thanks for chatting with us.
Yes, of course.